Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today we have some League One content coming to the channel. I would do a roundup of what's going on at Charlton at the moment, but it is just so depressing and annoying to talk about that I thought let's just get some positivity on the channel. So today I bring you hopefully the first of many League One videos on the channel this year, and today, as the title says, we are going to be going over the top 50 most promising youngsters in League One. Now, to determine this list, I have gone off Transfer Market's current valuation of the players, and you have to be under the age of 23 to qualify for this video. Now, this list was taken from the night before this was recorded, so the 14th of September this list was taken. So this list is almost definitely going to change at some point over the course of the season. In fact, as you're watching this video, it probably has changed just a little bit. So if it has, I do apologise, but I'm just taking it off when I have researched it. And as I say, we are going off Transfer Market's current market valuations. This is not my opinion. This is off Transfer Market. So, without any further hesitation, people, let's dive into this video. So kicking off this video at number 50, we have Sheffield Wednesday's Korede Adedoyin. He's a 20-year-old right winger who had a pretty decent record with the Everton under-18. 46 appearances in total. He got himself 24 goals and 4 assists, so a ridiculous record with Everton. And he now finds himself at Sheffield Wednesday looking to fight for a spot within the starting 11 this year under Darren Moore. At 49, we have Max Watters, obviously of Milton Keynes Dons this season on loan from Cardiff. Of course, we know him from his time at Crawley. 13 goals in 15 games, an absolutely astonishing record. That, of course, earned him his move to Wales in the Championship, but struggled massively for game time, so he comes down to League One to get himself some minutes this season. Cambridge United's Jack Lancaster comes in at 48. He, of course, made the move to the newly promoted side from Ipswich Town this summer. 2 goals and 1 assist in 17 games last season, and has managed 3 games in all competitions so far for his new club. 47, we have Sunderland defender Niall Huggins, who completed a permanent transfer over from Leeds United. He made 1 Premier League appearance last year and will be looking to cement himself in Lee Johnson's side this year. 46 is Wimbledon striker Dapo Mbappe. Now, I have seen quite a lot of people talking about this guy. He's played every game for Wimbledon thus far, scoring 1 goal. Has had previous stints in Scotland with Rangers and Queen of the South. And I've seen a lot of people talking about him, as I say, so I'll be keeping a close eye on this guy. American striker Charlie Kelman is in at number 45. He, of course, is on loan at Gillingham from Championship side Queen's Park Rangers. Gone on to make 12 appearances for the R's, and at 19 years old, he's definitely one to look out for this season. 44 is MK Dons right back Peter Kioso. Now, this one is definitely an interesting one following his spell last year with Northampton Town when he joined them on loan from Luton towards the back end of the season. He actually managed to score 3 goals and 1 assist. So he's come back to this division after a pretty impressive spell, and again, could definitely be one to look out for this year. At number 43, we have 20-year-old midfielder Daniel Azhed, who is on loan at Gillingham from Norwich City. He's had previous loan spells at the likes of Rochdale, and he's looking to cement himself in the starting 11 this season for Steve Evans. At number 42, we have Peruvian winger Rodrigo Vilcar. He is obviously of Doncaster Rovers this season on loan from Premier League side Newcastle. I must admit, I'm not entirely sold on this guy. 1 goal and 2 assists in Newcastle's youth setup, 22 years of age. This is his first proper test of professional football, I do believe. And at 41, we have Crewe Alexandra right-back Kane Ramsey. Now, I have been impressed by this guy's performances thus far. He, of course, has completed his move over on a season-long loan from Premier League side Southampton, and he has proved himself to do quite well. A bit of energy, a bit of pace on the right-hand side, overlapping runs, and offers sometimes a bit of an attacking threat. I was impressed with him when he came to the Valley to play Charlton. Number 40, we have young centre-back Matty Pollock, who is on loan at Cheltenham Town from Watford. The Premier League side did sign him from Grimsby Town in the summer after a very impressive couple of years at the League Two side, but of course they got relegated to the National League this season gone. Watford signed him in the summer and have sent him straight out on loan to Cheltenham. So the 19-year-old will be looking to get some minutes under his belt this year. One player that has been struggling for minutes over the years is Max Saunders. He comes in at number 39. The Lincoln City player only managed 6 games last season, so he will be looking to get himself some game time this season. At number 38, we have midfielder Ethan Hamilton, who has signed for Accrington Stanley, joined them on deadline day, and at only 23 years of age, he's got a lot of League One experience from playing for the likes of Rochdale, Southend, Bolton and Peterborough. He established himself as a pretty regular starting 11 player at Peterborough last year. 34 appearances in League One, I do believe. So could be an interesting player to look out for and will certainly offer something for Accrington in the midfield this season. Burton Albion's Charlie Laykin comes in at 37. He completed a permanent move to the Brewers from Championship side Birmingham City. The 22-year-old has had previous spells up in Scotland. He got 3 goals and 1 assist for Ross County back in 2019-20, I do believe. And then at number 36, we have Burnley striker turned Accrington loanee Joel Mumbongo. He managed 8 goals in 13 games for Burnley's under-23s last season and did grab 4 Premier League appearances under his belt last year, and he will definitely be one to look out for. But there is competition in Accrington's front line with Dion Charles and Colby Bishop still at the club. Number 35, and we come to our first goalkeeper on this list. Gillingham goalkeeper Jamie Cummings. He, of course, is on loan from Premier League giants Chelsea. He was Stevenage's number 1 last year, played every single game for them in between the sticks, and thus far for the Gills has started every single game as well under Steve Evans. One goalkeeper that has been struggling for minutes so far this season is Burton keeper Ellery Balcom, who comes in at number 34. He, of course, spent the back end of last season at Doncaster Rovers, where you could say it was definitely mixed success due to their horrendous end to the season, and thus far Balcom has only managed 1 appearance this season, that coming in the Papa John's Trophy. Number 33, and we have another MK Dons player, striker Charlie Brown. The 21-year-old joined the club on a permanent transfer in the January transfer window last year from Premier League side Chelsea. He managed 3 goals in that campaign. Number 32, we have Sheffield Wednesday midfielder Visayo Deli Bashiru. He got a couple of minutes under his belt last year in their relegation campaign, 8 games in the Championship. He'll be looking to establish himself in the team this season. And at 31, we come to Anis Mimeti. I've heard very good things about this guy. The 20-year-old got himself 3 goals and 1 assist in 29 games for Wycombe last season in what was a very proud season for the club, and he comes down to League One where he has serious potential to tear this league apart. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this guy. Moving on to number 30, and we have Oxford midfielder Marcus Mcguire. He completed a permanent move in the summer of this year after a loan spell the previous season. He got 4 assists during that season and has had a pretty decorated career when it comes to the clubs he's played for. He's been at Arsenal, product of the Arsenal Academy, Barcelona B. And sticking with the trend of central midfielders in this video, at number 29, we have Charlton Athletics' Albie Morgan. Now, you guys know that I am a fan of Albie Morgan. I have liked him, always backed him over the years. However, it is safe to say this season he has had a very disappointing start, and to be fair, that is putting it lightly. One of the more underwhelming performers for us this season in what has been a very underwhelming start to the season, and like I say again, that is putting it lightly. At number 28, we have Lincoln City's Lewis Fiorini, who has been brought in to replicate what fellow Manchester City player Morgan Rogers did last season. He has come off the back of an impressive spell over in the Netherlands for NAC Breda, 5 goals and 3 assists in 32 games, and thus far for the Imps, he's got 1 goal in 4 games. And then moving back into the centre of midfield, at number 27, we have Sheffield Wednesday's Dennis Adeniran. This guy is definitely going to be one of the more exciting players to look out for this season. Of course, a former Everton youngster, product of their academy. He spent last season, the back end of last season, on loan at Wycombe Wanderers. Then following his release from Everton, I believe, or Sheffield Wednesday bought him, I'm not sure. But he's ended up at Sheffield Wednesday and he's definitely looking good. Established himself in that starting 11, and I think he's going to be a very good midfielder for them over the course of this year. And closing off the bottom half of this list, if you will, at number 26, we do have Gillingham's Robbie McKenzie. He completed his move over to the Gills from Hull City in the summer of last year. He's a defensive midfielder, stroke centre-back, and he's established himself as a regular in Gillingham's team. Now we break into the top 25. Starting off at number 25, we have MK Dons midfielder Matt O'Reilly. This one is definitely one to look out for. In 30 total appearances, he has scored 5 goals and 3 assists, 7 of those games are from this season, and this season already he's got himself 2 goals and 1 assist, and at only 20 years old, he's definitely one to look out for this season. I'd seriously keep an eye on this guy. We go back to Sheffield Wednesday at number 24 for left-back Jaden Brown. He completed a permanent transfer over to the club from Huddersfield last year. He's played 4 games for Darren Moore thus far. And sticking with the theme of Huddersfield players, at number 23, we have Romani Edmonds-Green. The centre-back completed a season-long loan move to Rotherham United in the summer window. He's played 3 games for the Millers thus far as he looks to establish himself as a regular in their team, like he did with Huddersfield midfield last year. 22, and we come to Jacob Maddix. Certainly one of the more hyped up transfers this season. He completed a season-long loan move to Burton Albion from Portuguese side Vitória Guimarães. If you look over the last couple of years, he really has not played an awful lot of games. Ever since his spell at Cheltenham, where he done quite well, he hasn't played an awful lot of game time. Obviously, a former Chelsea youth prodigy, hasn't played that many games for Vitória, and so far this season has only managed one appearance under Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. And at 21, we have Portsmouth's Miguel Aziz. He completed his move over to the club from Arsenal very recently, quite late on in the transfer window. 18 years of age, will offer them an abundance of energy in the middle of that pitch, and I definitely will be keeping an eye on this guy. We're starting to get down to the business end of things now. Coming in at number 20, we have Josh Griffiths. The goalkeeper spent last season on loan from West Brom at Cheltenham Town when they won the league and established himself as their number one, 44 games in total in their title winning season, and this year he finds himself at League One level with Lincoln City, where he is established himself as their number one there. 6 games for him thus far. At number 19, we have Sheffield Wednesday centre-back Lewis Gibson, who has joined the club on a season-long loan from Everton. For the last couple of years, I'm not entirely sure, but it does give off the impression that he has struggled immensely with injury. He played only 11 games for Fleetwood, I believe, in 2019-20. Then the season after that, the season just gone, he spent last season with Reading, where he played only 13 games. And in this season, since coming over from Sheffield Wednesday, he's endured quite a torrid time. He's currently out with injury. However, Darren Moore does expect him to be back very soon for their next game against Shrewsbury. Another player that is enduring quite a difficult start in League One is Hertha Berlin youngster Javier Amachi. He has completed a 6-month loan move to newly promoted Bolton Wanderers this year. However, he is currently recovering from a fractured metatarsal, but when he does get back, I'm looking forward to seeing this kid play, because I've heard very, very good things about this guy. At number 17, we have Ron Forbin Hoffman. The Sunderland goalkeeper completed his move to Wearside from German side Bayern Munich from their second side. He's played 1 game for the Black Cats thus far as he looks to establish himself in the starting 11. At number 16, we come to Oxford midfielder Herbie Kane. Now, I just remember this guy from his time at Doncaster during their playoff season in 2018-19, and he was absolutely incredible. Such a brilliant energy in the middle of that pitch. He made his way to Barnsley on a permanent transfer, and he now finds himself back in League One with Oxford on a season-long loan. And from his time at Doncaster, as I say, we definitely know what this guy can do, and he can tear this league apart if he wants to. We've seen a lot of central midfielders in this video, and at number 15 we have another one in Tom Bayless. He's completed a season-long loan move to Wigan Athletic from Preston North End. He, of course, had a previous stint at Coventry before Preston signed him, where he was pretty decent. He established himself as a regular in their side, scored a couple of goals, provided a couple of goals. At his time with Preston, though, he has had his minutes limited, only 11 games for them so far, and he's now gone to Wigan to compete in their midfield, where they've got a lot of options. You know, Max Power, Jordan Cousins, Stylo Asgard, who's another up-and-coming player who surprisingly isn't actually on this list. Portsmouth attacker George Hurst comes in at number 14. He spent last season on loan in the Championship with Rotherham United, 31 games for them last season on loan from Leicester, and the Premier League attacker has made his way down to League One this time, playing for Portsmouth, where he's featured 4 times thus far for Danny Cowley. Number 13, and we come to Manchester United youngster Ethan Galbraith, who is spending this season on loan at Doncaster Rovers, or should I say, unfortunately, spending this season with Doncaster due to their rather abysmal start to the campaign. This is his first taste of professional football this season. I do believe he's played 5 games for Donny thus far. And at number 12, we come to Rotherham United's Ben Wiles, someone who has definitely got himself some experience in League One and in the Championship. He's been a regular in the Miller side for a number of years. This season thus far, he's averaged 0.7 key passes per 90, so we definitely can say that he offers a lot of energy and creativity in the middle of that pitch. And at only 22, to have played the amount of games that he has already for Rotherham, definitely shows his quality, and he can definitely do things at League One level this year. He definitely is one to look out for. And at number 11, we come to Sheffield Wednesday winger Theo Coronado. He's spending this season at the Owls on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers. At his time with Wolves in total for the academy, he's managed 7 goals and 2 assists in 21 appearances, and is a full international for Canada. So he's definitely one to look out for this season under Darren Moore. Offers a lot of creativity and some attacking threat out out wide this season. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we go back to Milton Keynes Dons with winger Josh Martin. He is spending this season on loan from Norwich City, but this season he has struggled to find minutes so far for the Dons. He's made 4 appearances thus far, and they've all come off the bench, and they've all varied in regards to minutes. I think the most he's played this season so far in a single game is about half an hour. And then at number 9, we come to Ipswich Town striker Louis Barry. Certainly one of the more highly rated youngsters coming into the league this season, and probably one of the best transfers we've seen in this division on paper. 13 goals in 17 appearances for Aston Villa's under-23s last season. He's managed 2 games for Ipswich thus far, as they do have a lot of attacking options up front. They've got Macaulay Bonne, who's scoring this season so far. Joe Pigott, he certainly is going to be one to watch this season, and this season he's got to prove himself out on loan at Ipswich, and I think that he definitely can do that if given the chance. Danish centre-back Fredrik Alves comes in at number 8. The West Ham defender is spending this season out on loan in Wearside with Lee Johnson's Sunderland. The 6'2" centre-back, very tall, and he definitely could be a good option for their defensive line this season. At number 7, we have one of the more highly rated transfers this season in League One. Sheffield United loanee Daniel Gibson, who has completed a loan move to Burton Albion to give Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank another attacking option. 18 years old, 6'3", absolute man mountain, and he's been very, very hyped. He's been very, very hyped since his transfer to the Brewers. He's played only 1 game thus far for Hasselbank. At number 6, we have the Doncaster goalkeeper that has been taking all of the shots for them so far this season. It is Pontus Dalberg. He has completed a move to Donny on loan from Watford. Watford fans were absolutely astonished for the fact that they'd let Dalberg go and the fact that he'd gone to League One. I think he is a good keeper at this level, and I think he will do well for Donny. But it's just a shame that so far they're not really delivering. Coming in 5th place, we have Lincoln City striker Dan Inlandulu. This guy is definitely one to look out for this season. He played 13 Premier League games for Southampton last season, and since making his loan move to the Imps this season on loan for the full season, he's played 2 games so far for them. So he's still looking to establish himself as a regular in the side, but he is definitely one to look out for this year. It has been a little while since we've had a representative of Charlton on this list, but coming in at number 4, we have Jonathan Lecco as Charlton's second and final player in this video. Championship level, obviously, for Charlton in 2019-20, we knew what he could do. Offered a lot of pace, did frustrate me quite a lot of the time, but was a player that we did miss towards the back end of this season. And in this stint in League One with us, I think he has the potential to be very, very dangerous. Coming in 3rd place, we have Sunderland winger Leon Djaku. Now, I am very much looking forward to seeing this guy play in League One. Offers Sunderland a much needed boost in the attacking third, another option up there, and there is, again, certainly a lot of hype about this guy. 20 years of age, completing a move over from the Bundesliga on loan from Union Berlin, made 2 appearances in the Bundesliga for them last year. Is formerly of Bayern Munich, like fellow loanee Ron Forbin Hoffman, so those two will certainly know each other probably from their time at Bayern. And Djaku, he's going to be good this season for them. At number 2, just missing out on the top spot, we have Raheem Harper. Now, I am absolutely astonished that Ipswich managed to sign this guy at this level, because honestly, he should be playing at the Championship level minimum. Of course, is formerly of West Bromwich Albion. That's where Ipswich managed to sign him from last season. He spent the season, I think the second half of the season actually, with Birmingham City. He played 18 games for them last year. It's been a very disappointing start to Ipswich's season thus far, but when those players gel, they've signed like 16 or 17, 19 players in fact. They've signed 19 players this summer, so when they do eventually gel, I think they will be a very good side, and I think that Harper will be key to them in the middle of that pitch. And then rounding off this video, coming in at number 1 as the most valuable youngster in League One, according to Transfer Market, it is Tottenham striker Troy Parrott, who is spending this season on loan at Milton Keynes Dons. We have seen a lot of players from MK Dons on this video, just shows the sheer amount of talent that they've got on their books this season, and Parrott is certainly one of them. Now, last season was, of course, his first taste of professional football out with Championship side Millwall, where he struggled to establish himself. 11 games for them last season, I do believe, where he failed to register a goal. He spent the second half of last season with Ipswich in League One, where he scored 2 goals in 18 games. And 6 games thus far for the Dons, he's got 2 goals as well as an assist. He could certainly be a danger for them this year, and I am looking forward to seeing him play over the course of a full season. And so far, anyway, he's living up to the transfer market's valuation. So that is it for this video, guys. There are the top 50 most valuable youngsters in League One. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, can you possibly leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on those post notifications so you're notified of when I post. What do you guys think of Transfer Market's top 50 most valuable players? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they've missed anyone out in this video? Any players that should be on this list? Let me know. This has been Tyler Roninson. Have a nice day, and I will see you all in the next video, which unfortunately will not be in these surroundings anymore, as I am moving into university this weekend, so there will be different surroundings. This background has been in my videos since the very beginning, so it is kind of sad. Don't worry, the videos will still be coming thick and fast when I am at university, just you will be seeing a different backdrop. Thanks for watching this video, guys, as ever, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all then.